Smolowski of Belarus. And through the ropes comes Evgeny Žorov. He looks a pretty big flyweight, Žorov.
Round 2.
And the judges in the ring B, 1 Azerbaijan, 2 Israel, 3 Sri Lanka, 4 Mongolia, 5 Jordan, and the referee from Uzbekistan, Alexander.
Just having a bit of fun and games with the head guard there, the Russian coach. They've got to try and make sure they've got that adjusted exactly right. Head guards came off, of course, for the senior men just before the World Championships in Kazakhstan in 2013. That was one change. Another change was a switch to the 10-point must, which is the system that these judges will be using to score this fight.
Seconds out.
He's still not quite happy with the head guard there, Žorov. It looks okay
Round
now.
1.
So into the first, they're scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds, of course. In the men's flyweight division, we've got Wladysław Smolowski of Belarus in the red and Evgeny Žorov of Russia in the blue. Žorov trying to get onto the front foot here, just inching forward, applying that front foot pressure. Right hand there from Smolowski, little bit laboured. Right to the body from Žorov. Just short with the jab there, Smolowski. Right hand from Smolowski, but he came over the top of it with a left there, Žorov, and then again through the left hand. Double jab. Žorov allows him to close the gap. The second one got through, then used his feet nicely just to pull back out of range. Counter left there from Smolowski. Looking for that big left hand. He's always looking for that left hand, Žorov. Got different kinds of styles here between these two, and again, he's got a problem with the head guard here, Žorov. He's not totally happy with the way it's sitting, and I don't think it's quite tight enough. I think that's the problem. I don't think the chin strap is tight enough for him, and he can probably feel it shifting around on his head slightly, which is not at all what you want. He's come out full of intent here. He's in with an opponent in Smolowski, who looks technically pretty sound, and it's Žorov who's looking to be the more expansive of these two, really. Both of them boxing out of the orthodox stance. Got caught there, Smolowski. Wandered in a little bit behind his right hand, and Žorov picked him off with the counter. Got the gloves up now, Žorov. He's carried those low at times. Throws the right hand, but he was cramped for space. Smolowski just dipping to his right hand side. Did get caught by the right hand, but rode it pretty well. It's a good technical battle between these two. Nice combination on the inside there from Smolowski. Žorov was looking to come back with a big single shot. Didn't really get through, and he's having a good finish to the round here, Smolowski. Putting his punches together nicely. Just working, always working. Žorov, of these two, can tend to look for the big single shots a bit. Right hand landed there for Smolowski, but he got caught with a right by Žorov as well. And Žorov just scoring to the body there. Nice right hand on the inside, and he landed another one there, Smolowski. Interesting round that, because in the first half of it, the way they shaped up, you would have said that Žorov looked the more aggressive of the two. He was looking for openings. He was very, very proactive on the front foot there, and he's got it 10-9 with all three judges. Now, I wouldn't necessarily argue with that, but I think Smolowski definitely had his moments there towards the end of the round, and he needs to try and carry that into the next round as best he can.
Он начал вообще как это, начал вообще как мешок, а ты смотришь и ничего не делаешь. Давай.
Seconds out, please.
That left hand that landed there from Žorov, that's a good example of a punch that the judges might not credit too much, because it did land slightly with the inside of the glove, and what they're looking for is punches delivered with the knuckle part of the glove to the scoring area, which is the kind of the front side of the head and the torso. Just dipping down and looking for the right hand, and again he's just kind of looking to adjust that head guard, Žorov, and he's obviously still not quite happy with it, which is not going to help him. It's just something that can get into your head, and it's an extra concern that you really don't need. It's difficult to work out exactly how that has happened, because these are standard issue. Everybody's wearing the same kit, so you would have thought you would have figured this out over the course of the last few days and found one, or found a way of putting it on that suited you. Long right hand there from Žorov. No real room to work there. The referee just to work things out themselves rather than stepping in and breaking them apart. Midway point of this contest, halfway through round two. Władysław Smolowski of Belarus in the red, Evgeny Žorov of Russia in the blue. This is the men's flyweight division, day two of the 2021 AIBA Youth World Championships, men and women, here in Kielce in Poland. Fell short with a couple there, Žorov. Smolowski couldn't quite make him pay for it. He's trying to be proactive here, Smolowski. He'll have known that he's dropped that first round. The coaching staff in each corner, they have access to those scores. They come up on the big screen anyway, but they've got a monitor in their corner, so they're well aware of what's going on in terms of the scoring. And so Smolowski will know that he needs this round. Short left hand to the body there from Žorov. Looking to launch into a big left hand there, Smolowski. Didn't land it. Good combination there from Žorov. Not much left on them by the time they landed, but land they did. Bell goes at the end of the round, and as I mentioned, that's a round that Smolowski very much needed, and he hasn't got it. So it's 10-9s all across the board there to Evgeny Žorov, who now has a 20 points to 18 lead with all 5 judges. So what he will need to do is he will need to turn 3 of those scores around by scoring a 10-8 in this final round. If he scores a 10-8, then of course that would leave the score at 28-28. In which case, then the judges who've returned those scores would have to just decide one way or the other.
Seconds out, please.
Who they feel has won the fight.
Third round.
You don't get that scenario occurring all that often, I have to say. And he knows this, Smolowski, that he's got to go looking for Żorov, which may give Żorov some good opportunities. Smolowski with a couple of swings there, a couple of misses. Żorov has taken his feet back out of range. Wasn't in a position to launch any counters. No, that looked okay to me. The left hand was pretty much bang on the belt line, maybe towards the top half of the belt line. Good upper body movement there from Żorov. He fell short with the right hand and Smolowski came back with a combination, but he was alive to it. Again, dipping low at the waist there, Żorov. Just hit him around the back there slightly, Żorov. That's what the referee is indicating there. It's the final minute. Nice left hand on the inside there from Żorov, just shoveling that left uppercut up the centre. I'm not sure how clean it landed, but it was a well-executed punch anyway. Żorov happy enough just to tie Smolowski up in that situation. He's got this in the bag now. There's no way that he's dropping this round 10-8 unless something extraordinary happens in the conclusion of it. And the winner of this fight will face the winner of the fight we will see directly after this. Smolowski just shrugging Żorov off there, trying to look for a big finish. He knows that he's behind here, and there goes the bell. Third and final round comes to a conclusion, and that is going to be a win for the blue corner and for the Russian fighter, Evgeny Żorov. He was 20 points to 18 up on all 5 judges' scorecards through the first 2 rounds. They might want to have a little bit of a play with that head guard before we next see him in action.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision from the blue corner, Evgeny Żorov, Russia.
So as expected, Żorov gets it, and he has swept that one every round. 10-9s in rounds 1, 2, and 3 with all 5 judges, so 30 points to 27 across the board, and he takes his place in the next round, where he will meet the winner of our next fight, actually, which is between Laszlo Banath of Hungary